Welcome to our Lucia Capital Group Weekly video. Now, when you're young, you generally have time on your side. That's one of the many great things about youth. Most minor mistakes you make, and even a few major ones, can be solved or at least diminished by the passage of time. Now, as you get older though, your time window becomes smaller and suddenly the results of your decisions start to matter. This is especially true when it comes to your finances. If you're over the age of 50, here are 4 things you need to take care of sooner rather than later. The first thing to do is make sure your current financial plan is lined up with your retirement goals. You're at least 50 years old now. This means you're in an ideal position to determine where you are and where you need to be, because while retirement for you isn't just around the corner, it's not in the distant future either. Maybe you're making more money right now than you thought you would be, or less. What about your kids, your grandkids if you have them? Your financial plan should reflect whatever your most recent and most pressing goals are. If you need to make any adjustments, now is a great time to do that. Next thing to do, if you're fortunate enough to still have your parents around, is to check on how they're doing financially. Are they able to live comfortably? Is their own financial plan still meeting their objectives? And keep in mind that as our parents get older, their decision-making sometimes gets a little cloudy, and it may be up to you and your siblings to help keep them as grounded as possible. Now, this can sometimes be a bit tricky, so you have to tread carefully here, but it's important that you at least let them know you're looking out for them. The third thing to think about is your own estate plan. If you haven't checked on it for a while, it's likely that your beneficiary designations need to be updated. So check your retirement accounts, life insurance, and other assets to see that they're all going where you want them to go. If you've remarried, check to see that your ex-spouse is only getting what you want them to get, if anything at all. And finally, make sure you're taking advantage of the catch-up provisions. IRS regulations allow those age 50 and older to contribute an additional $7,500 per year to their 401k, 403b, or 457 plans, which means you can defer up to $30,000 in a retirement plan this year. There are catch-up contributions that apply to your traditional or Roth IRA too, although with these, you're only allowed an extra $1,000 in deferral as the catch-up contribution for the year. And as you continue to work over the next 10 or 15 years, those extra amounts can really add up. So while there's a lot to think about at age 50, there's a lot to look forward to as well. Taking proper steps now, while you still have time, may lead to some nice rewards once you've retired. We work on strategy for pre-retirees every day at Lucia Capital Group. So if you need some additional guidance or suggestions on what else you should be considering doing right now, just give us a call. As always, we're here to help.